watching Hockey Night in Canada and seeing consumer advertising from the government of Canada, which, to be clear, is the Liberal Party of Canada. Consumer ads, two of which, one, an ad pledging to take steps to make groceries more affordable. Okay, so that's one ad. And then the next ad is pledging to accomplish large infrastructure projects. They named some. All of them, ports, power, but not pipelines. Okay, it's perverse that the Liberal Party is spending taxpayer money on consumer ads. I believe it was Einstein who said you can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created the problem. So that's how I feel about both of those situations. The inflation, this is something that Pierre Poilievre, when he was wearing his Poindexter glasses, was going on. His hashtag at the time was just inflation, and here we are. So now it's up to the Liberals to, they're going to make it better. No, you shouldn't believe the propaganda. You should look to what they've done as an indicator of what they're going to do, rather than what they're saying they're going to do. It's like U2's promise in the year of election. And on the infrastructure piece, again, it's like people who would see that ad and be like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm so grateful that the government is taking care of me. I'm so grateful to do something about this and doing something about that. That, to me, feels like an indictment on the part who believe this horse crap, that they think that it's the government's job to create the environment and the incentives for infrastructure projects to occur, as opposed to interacting with the market and delivering goods and services that the market actually needs, like, say, for example, the developing world. So then, on the one hand, I might think, oh, okay, so it's the Liberals. Maybe if the Conservatives were at the helm, things would be different. But I don't think that anymore. I used to think that, but I don't think that anymore. As an Albertan, I look at the situation and look at the patterns and look at the decades and see in the patterns a ineffectual sterility on the part of the West to have any say over its own sovereignty, its own prosperity. No. So I'm saying, A, don't believe the Liberal propaganda, because you have a decade of demonstrable policy making and leadership that has created the very problems that they purport to now fix. We're going to fix the problems using the exact same thinking that was used to create the problems. No. And I've given up on thinking that the Conservatives are the answer, because they're never going to be in power long enough to actually make effectual change. And it doesn't matter what the West thinks anyways. The West are just spectators watching the Quebec and Ontario show. So, Alberta, you don't matter. And so take them up on their offer of not mattering and go matter for yourself. So, but it still drives me crazy to think that there's actual multi-generational Albertans watching these Government of Canada ads and believing them. Like, it's not a party that you're invited to. You haven't been invited for generations. And they have forgotten what Canada was. Not you, they have.